Good morning, students. Today, in this fourth lecture, fourth video of chapter number 11, Standard 7 SS, I am going to discuss the long question answer. Standard 7 SS, chapter number 11, and today it is the fourth lecture, fourth video. And my dear student, I have already written two long answers. Okay, question answers. Number one, first question. Write the measures to prevent, stop. Write the measures to prevent land pollution. Okay, which steps can be taken in order to stop land pollution? Okay, my dear student, day by day land pollution is increasing. We have to stop. Okay, so which kind of steps should be taken in order to stop the land pollution? So I have written here 7 points. Okay, 7 points are written here. Okay, so write the measures to prevent land pollution. Answer: the measures to prevent, the measures means steps to prevent means to stop, to prevent land pollution are, which are they? Number one, the use of plastic, the use of plastic and chemicals. The use of plastic and chemical should be done only if necessary. Okay, when there is no need to use. Okay, if you want to go, if you are going to the market, okay, to buy vegetables or some other things, don't ask for the plastic bag. You can carry a cloth bag with you, okay, and bring the things at home. Okay, no need to ask for the plastic bag. Okay, so the use of plastic and chemicals should be done. Okay, should be done, but when? If it is necessary, if necessary, then only, otherwise no. Second, if possible, use the non-productive land for the construction of factories, industries and settlements, means residence. Okay, my dear student, that is why, my dear student, it is written NA, non-agricultural. Okay, non-agriculture. Okay, so if it is possible, then only. Okay, my dear student, whenever if you want to make a factory, industries or a house, first you can use. Okay, it is our duty to use the land which is not productive. Okay, so if possible, use the non-productive land for the construction of factories, industries and settlements. Next one, the insecticides to kill insects and worms should be used only when necessary. Okay, my dear student, we are using chemicals, pesticides in order to kill the germs, okay, worms, even insects. My dear student, if it is necessary, then only you can use. Okay, so next one, the solid waste should be sorted out, and it should be reused. My dear student, that is most important thing. Next one, in agriculture, my dear student, in order to get a more production, we use chemical fertilizer. Instead of that, we can go for green manure. Okay, we can say not this kind of chemical fertilizer. Okay, normally simple. Okay, there we have to use. So in agriculture, use of organic and indigenous fertilizer and green manure should be used instead of chemical fertilizer. My dear student, avoid chemical fertilizer. Avoid it and always go for green manure. Okay, my dear student, nowadays different kinds of fertilizers available in the market. Okay, next one. Instead of throwing away the useless plastics and solid waste, instead of throwing away the useless plastics and solid waste on land, it should be burned or should be recycled and reused if possible. Once again, my dear student, what is written here? Throwing away the useless plastics and solid. What we have to do? Number one, okay, it should be burnt. It should be burned or should be recycled. Should be recycled, and third option, and reused. Okay, so my dear student, we are throwing everywhere plastic bags and some other waste. Because of that, land is polluted. Okay, and next one is systems of drip irrigation, tapak sinchai. Systems of drip irrigation and sprinklers should be used in agriculture. My dear student, that is most important thing. Okay, drip irrigation and sprinklers. Okay, that is the most important thing. So here I have written 7 points of to prevent, my dear student, land pollution, to stop land pollution. Next question. Mention the effects of noise pollution. What happens if there is too much noise? What happens? My dear students, sometimes we do not feel uncomfortable. Okay, we are not feeling comfortable. Okay, we feel uncomfortable because of the much noise, and continuously it comes on. So sometimes we are losing our energy of hearing. Okay, it goes down. Sometimes the insects and germs, they also kill because of the noise pollution. So mention the effects of noise pollution. Number one, okay, the continuous noise for a very long time. The continuous noise for a very long time can result in deafness. Among human beings. Bear upon. Okay. Next one. The noise pollution. The noise pollution affects adversely on the mental tension. Okay. Here. Okay. Next one. Too much of noise develop irritating nature in the humans. Okay, that is called irritating nature in the humans. Next one, the noise pollution reduces the ability to work. Sometimes we do not feel to work if there is much noise. Okay, if outside, if you want to study, if you want to do some other work, and if plenty of noise is there, okay, playing DJ, garba or some other music, so you will not feel comfortable there. Okay, you will just leave the work away. Okay, you may not sleep also. Okay, that's why it is written too much. Okay, the noise pollution reduces the ability to work. And next point, last point is, due to excessive noise, too much noise, due to excessive noise, the insects and the microorganisms are killed. Dear students, my next question is, which steps should be taken? Which steps should be taken to prevent air pollution? Which steps should be taken to prevent air pollution? We have already discussed about land pollution, but when we consider about air pollution, it's our duty as well as government's also. Okay, my dear student, we have to follow some strict rules. Okay, if you are using vehicle, then also we have to follow some rules and regulations, and if you have factories, companies, then also. Okay, so question is, which steps should be taken to prevent air pollution? Number one, the government. Not it is not only government's duty, it is our duty also. Here we are talking about the government. The government should form laws to prevent air pollution, and it should be strictly enforced. Okay, the government should make some laws on air pollution to stop, and my dear student, and strictly it should be followed by everyone. Okay, they have to force the people to follow certain rules and regulations. The government should form law to prevent air pollution, and it should be strictly enforced, followed by us. Okay, we have to follow. Second, equipment to filter the smoke and poisonous gases should be developed. What is equipments? Which we are the equipment means the means. Okay, to filter the smoke and the poisonous gases should be developed. Third one, petroleum, coal, diesel. These are the fuels. Petroleum, coal and diesel should be used in limited quantity. Okay, it should be used in limited quantity. Next one, the use of pollution-free vehicles. The use of pollution-free fuels like CNG, PNG, solar energy, electricity. Okay, the use of pollution-free fuels like CNG, PNG, solar energy, and electricity in the vehicles should be encouraged. Then, for the vehicles, PUC, pollution under control. Okay, the certificate. Okay, PUC certificate. PUC should be strictly enforced. For vehicles. It should be. Okay. Next one. Public awareness should be created. So that people would use public transportation services. Why, my dear student? When here it is here, public awareness should be created so that people would use public transportation services for the travel. The proportion of forests and vegetation should be increased. Why? In order to decrease CO2. The proportion of the forest and vegetation should be increased. Grow more trees to control the proportion of CO2 in the air. We can get more oxygen. Okay, so that is why we have to plant more trees. So these are the steps in order to prevent air pollution. Next one is write a short note on tides and ebbs. Tides and ebbs. My dear student, when I explained the chapter that time I said what is called tides and what is called ebbs. Okay, the sea water rises and falls. The sea water rises and falls twice a day. Twice a day. First point, rising of the sea water. Rising of the sea water is called tide. Rising of the sea water is called tide, and falling of the sea water, falling of the sea water is called ebb. Okay, so rising means and falling. Okay, tides and ebbs. Okay, at the time of high tide, at the time of high tide, the surface of the sea water, the surface of the sea water rises and rushes towards the seashore, rises and rushes towards the seashore. Okay, second, at the time of ebb, the sea water falls, the sea water falls and returns to the sea. Okay, my dear student, tides rises and rushes, and ebbs falls and returns, Okay, next point, the tide ebbs are caused, okay, they are caused because of the gravitational force of the sun and moon. Got it? The tide ebbs are caused due to the gravitational force of the sun and of the moon. Okay, now most important thing, when it occurs, tide. Okay, this is spring tide, is high tide. Okay, high tide occurs on new moon day or full moon day. On new moon day and full moon day, and neap tide, low tide. Okay, neap tide occurs on the middle day of Sud and Vad. Okay, means on the 7th or 8th day. Got it, my dear student? So here we have discussed 4 long question answers. Copy down them in your notebook. Next time we will learn more. Thank you.